So with Turles' introduction on the Japanese version of Dokkan, he also came with him the Dokkan Awakening for Great Ape Turles, and Great Ape Turles is actually a beast of a unit. Enough so that I actually decided I would go ahead and 100% him. So he will be my newest 100% unit. Another reason, I am pretty soon going to go on a challenge where I try and beat the most recent upcoming Dokkan Fest event with every category, and this Great Ape Turles being at 100% will help a lot because he is of course a member of the giant category team, which is on one of the lower end categories. It's certainly not a top tier one. So let's go ahead and take this Great Ape Turles and let's hop into an event and see how powerful this beast is. Alright guys, let's go ahead and hop into an event with the Turles team, the movie boss category team. Now, I have said many times recently that this has become one of my favorite teams in the game to run. The ability to have these two Turleses on the team, usually floating around, being that third unit in the rotation, dramatically makes all of the units around him a lot better, to the point where I've heard talk that he's close to consideration to being on the top 10 hardest hitters of Dokkan list. Turles actually was kind of close, just based alone off of the gigantic buff he gives allies with his support type passive. Now, unfortunately, I did get worst case scenario here. I did want, basically Great Ape Turles, the way he works is if you have the regular Turles next to him, their attack power will both basically double, and they become disgusting because they share almost completely the same link set. So you get the two Turleses next to each other as a rotation, and you will be cleaning motherfuckers up like nothing. So that's what I'm going to try and do here. We're actually going to get both of the two Turleses on a rotation together and kind of test out how powerful they could be. I guess this will be pretty good right at the start because we'll be able to see the difference in Turles before, or Great Ape Turles, before and after his whatchamacallit. It looks like Cooler links up a little better. We'll be able to see the before and after difference with Turles when he has, the actual Turles with him and, when he doesn't. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Now, it does look like, oh, I missed a super attack, but the way Great Ape Turles works is that he does give himself 3 ki when he's at 9 ki or more. So you only have to get to 9 ki to actually super with Great Ape Turles. We had a bad rotation right here, but that's just because we weren't situated. All right, so his attack stat is at 888,000, and he crit for about 855,000, which is solid enough. That's nothing crazy, nothing too insane, but his true power will be revealed when we have Turles sitting next to him. Now, obviously, too, Great Ape Turles will be probably like one of the strongest units on the giant category. Alright, so yeah, we've got these Turleses just floating all over the place. We'll go ahead and have LR Bojack just clean this up, and we'll have my Turles right there go ahead and get some orbs. Alright, so on the next rotation, we're actually going to have both Turleses together. Unfortunately, though, Vegito is going to transform into a Super Saiyan form, so we're going to see a lot of additional damage. One reason I picked going to this Super Vegito stage right here is I did want to see what kind of damage Great Ape Turles would be able to put on this Super Vegito, especially once we have actual Turles on rotation here. So Turles, as you guys can see, is sitting at 110,000 attack. If we put Cooler there, it drops to 92 instead. Turles brings a lot to our boy. Okay, so let's go ahead. We have the two Turleses on rotation together. Let's see how much damage Great Ape Turles, let's see what both his attack stat will look like and how much actual damage he'll be able to do. And he's tanking for under 10k. 1.4 million is very good. Okay. Okay, so Great Ape Turles just crit for 2.8. That is wild. Okay, I'm actually gonna... Let's not kill Super Vegito right here. And we'll let Great Ape Turles also finish off this form of Super Vegito in the next phase. We'll see how much damage Great Ape Turles will be able to do to him at that point. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, I knew Great Ape Turles was strong, and I knew, you know, with Turles on rotation, he will also be strong. Oh, it's Janemba. Yes, Janemba. Yes, Janemba. Okay, so this is what we're talking about right here. What we have is Great Ape Turles with 2 Turleses on rotation, and Vegito is obviously weak to the Fierce Battle Link. So, can Great Ape Turles and Big Bad Bosses is active, by the way. 1.7 million. Can he one-shot Super Vegito? No. But it was, the additional! Bye, Vegito! Yeah, Great Ape Turles, he's pretty fucking good. What can I say? Linked up with Turles, they are certainly a problem together. Alright guys, so I figure we'll go through another event, and we'll also do a breakdown for our boy Great Ape Turles. I do like this kind of going through 2 events in one video. That does kind of allow me to test the team out against some other different teams, just because I'm not really going through boss rush like the same. It's just, you know, fighting Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Omega every single time. I do like to switch it up a little bit, but let's go ahead and take a look at Great Ape Turles real quick, and then we'll hop into the STR Rose Goku Black event. So this is Degenerate Incursion Turles Great Ape. His leader skill is all types key +2, HP attack and defense 30%. So leader skill is decent enough. You could use it in Dokkan Battlefield 2.0, but there might be other better sub-leader skills for you to have there. Now, his super attack is the Kill Driver, which does supreme damage and has a medium chance to stun the enemy. His passive skill is Elite within the low class, which is Key 3 and attack 90% when Key is 9 or more, and then he has a rare chance to turn into the Great Ape up to 2 times. So obviously, the worst part about this card is the fact that every once in a while he is going to turn into that Great Ape transformation. Outside of that, however, he's really good. And then we look at his links: Destroyer of the Universe, Prepare for Battle, Thirst for Conquest, Big Bad Bosses, Transform, Saiyan Roar, and Fierce Battle. So outside of Transform and Saiyan Roar, the 2 Turleses share Destroyer of the Universe, Prepare for Battle, Thirst for Conquest, Big Bad Bosses, and Fierce Battle, which is what? Okay, so that's 25% attack, 40% attack, 65% attack, 80% attack from links. So that makes this Great Ape Turles turn into a juggernaut when the Dokkan Fest Turles is alongside him. And he does also have 3 categories. He is on the low-class Saiyan category, where I do think he's going to be one of the most important units in terms of my challenge to knock down a Dokkan Fest with every category, because I feel like the low-class Saiyan category is the worst in the game. We also have the Giant category here, AGL Tapion's category. And we also, of course, have the Movie Boss category team, Movie Boss team, which is his best team. And last thing, his 12 Q multiplier is 140%, which is good. I guess I would have preferred if it was a little better, but that's not bad. That's not bad, not at all. So we'll go ahead and hop into SCR Rose. I figured this would be cool, one, because we can see how well Great Ape Turles will operate against an opponent that he has type advantage against. And 2, this did just come out on global. So this is like the, you know, kind of the, I don't know, what do I say? This is like the theme of global right now is Tech Vegito Blue and SCR Rose Goku Black. So I figure why not hop into one of these events that, you know, everyone on global is running through right about now. So we start out with the first stage of LR Goku Black here, who is a Tech type damn, we don't have Turles right off the bat. I kind of wanted Turles right off the bat to see how well he could defend against a tech-type unit, but we should be okay here. And then, of course, that AGL Bojack. I am really pleased with how that Bojack turned out, 100%ing the AGL one. He is a very powerful unit, and especially once, you know, linked up with LR Bojack, like, they really are a powerful combination together. And then Turles is not bad right there. And yeah, look at that. AGL Bojack, a 900,000 attack stat? That's not even linked up with LR Bojack. Like, damn, are they a good pair. Alright, so here's Great Ape Turles. Let's see what he'll be able to do against a tech-type unit. I don't think he should take too much damage. 17,000. Okay, that's a little more than I would have liked. Obviously, he didn't have big bat. Woo! 1.3. Damn, he's good for, like, not a Dokkan Fest type unit. But, like, that's without Big Bad Bosses active. So, obviously, you know, when they get Big Bad Bosses, that's an additional, like, 25% that they're going to be getting to both attack and defense, which is phenomenal. Okay, so let me do this. That way, I want that Turles floating around so that we can make Great Ape Turles look as nice as possible with that buff from Turles. Do we have Big Bad Bosses active? Not yet, but after this, it will. So now comes the point in the fight where we're not going to take damage anymore because Big Bad Bosses will be active across the board for all of these units. I believe all of these units have Big Bad Bosses too. That's another thing that makes Movie Boss category team so good, is so many of the units actually have Big Bad Bosses. Like, obviously, Beerus and, like, Tapion will not, but I'm not really the biggest fan of running them on this team anyway, so, you know. Oh! Okay, I didn't expect that, and I'm not gonna lie, that's quite fucking annoying! Damn it. Okay, so 2 things here. 1, look at the fucking portraits. I hate this so much. Their portraits are so identical. Now, I know that this is actually Turles here, but the other thing that sucks is his transformation wipes away his support type passive. So we're not going to get to see how monstrous Great Ape Turles can be anymore. I guess it's a good thing I went through 2 events in this video. But y'all know what we are going to get to see is how strong Dokkan Fest Turles is going to be. Because he's getting that 80% attack buff from Great Ape Turles as linking partners. So I presume he's going to one-shot only 1.4 million attack. Okay, that's a little lower than I would have expected. I was thinking he might one-shot Rose. Not even close. Damn. See? That is very disappointing. Turles is an amazing unit, but when he transforms, it is just a giant buzzkill, bro. He is way better before he transforms than after he transforms. Like, who would have guessed that they would seriously make a unit that is better, like, not transformed? It's just, the support type passive he has is so insane. It's so OP that, like, you know, any extra damage he does after transforming is, like, not as much damage. We got the dodge, by the way. A dodge a video is just not as impressive as, you know, the gigantic buff and key he's gonna give just as a support type unit. It sucks. It sucks. But hey, he does heal us, so our health is up all the way to full. All right, well, since we have Turles here, this will be a little better of an indication of how powerful he could be, because we also have my Turles on rotation. I don't imagine Rose will survive this turn. Unfortunately, we don't have Big Bad Bosses active. Hopefully, Rose. I wish Rose would have supered right off the bat. So 1.7 for the transformed Turles. His super attack animation is also kind of meh. Like, they didn't do a close-up for Turles' transform state. Look at that! And he stunned him! The bitch is stunned! Yes! Great Ape Turles, yes! Oh, he de-transformed right there. That's what that was, huh? I think that's the first time I've ever seen that. Yeah, because I heard about that. There was a glitch where the Turles, once he transformed, he was not actually transforming back. He's supposed to transform back after 3 turns, but there was a glitch or a bug where Turles never was transforming back. So they went ahead and fixed that, and I believe they gave all JP players 1 stone as compensation. But again, that's a good thing because he is better before he transforms than after he transforms, which is just really the this is the dumbest fucking thing in the world, that they actually made a unit who transforms and gets worse. But hey, it's still fun. I still love the movie boss category team. Like, as you guys, like, just effortlessly just trouncing any event. You know, full health. We didn't even take any damage. Good shit, my boy. So there's Great Ape Turles. Don't ever sleep on that 30% chance of his to stun, because some events you can stun. Rose is a rare event that can actually be stunned, and as you guys can see, we did get the stun. So good shit, good shit, good shit. Great Ape Turles is 100%ed, and I will be testing him out very soon against the new Evolution Blue Vegeta Dokkan Fest event on the Giant team, and then of course also on the low class Saiyan team. But alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna catch y'all later.